Hey there, I'm Kevin. I'm gonna teach you how to juggle just like this. Coming to you from the Lodge of Camp Lever. Okay, now we're at the kitchen. Really, you're gonna show us the green screen that we're working with? Can we just go back to the lodge, please? Thank you, future me that's gonna edit this. So here we go. We're gonna put together the steps to juggle. What I'm using are rolled up socks. If you want a quick look at the socks, these are my waffle socks. These are my pickle socks. And this is my, these are gingerbread skiers because it's always Christmas season here at the Kevin Schatz household. The reason socks are good is I think everyone owns socks. So you can just go to your drawer, roll them up. They're nice and soft. They're not gonna hurt anything. Things I would not recommend using, pine cones. Those are gonna hurt your hands a lot. Porcupines are not gonna be fun for you or the porcupine. And whatever this is, definitely don't learn to juggle with this. 3 rolled up socks. Now, I'm gonna get rid of 1 sock for right now. Sorry, Gingerbread Man, we'll come back to you. So start with 2 socks. This first step I'm about to teach you is the key. If you can learn this step, once you master this, and it's gonna take a lot of practice to master, but once you master it, you're gonna be 80% of the way there. All you're doing is throwing, catching. This is it, okay? I know I'm making this look simple, but I've been juggling for maybe 15, 20 years, so I've had a lot of practice. What most people do when they have 2 balls or 2 socks and they think they're juggling, they do this. This is called a handoff. I'm throwing with the right hand, but I'm just handing off with the left hand. Sorry kids, that's not juggling. Instead of handing this one off, like this, you're gonna throw it to the other hand. Throw from right hand to left hand, and then left hand to right hand. I'm gonna slow it down for you. We're gonna start with the pickle. So here's slow motion. So when the pickle reaches the apex of its arc, so the top of the arc there, that's when I will throw the waffle one underneath it to my right hand, as you can see in slow motion there. And you're just doing that over and over again. You're gonna practice this step, and it's again, easier than it looks because you're gonna realize, your tendency is gonna be to hand it off. Just really focus on this left hand. I'm starting with my dominant hand, the right hand. You may start with your left hand, but just really focus on this non-dominant hand. Throw. Remember, put it in your head, throw. Don't hand it off, just remember to throw. I want you to practice that step, okay? We're gonna move on to other steps, but if you wanna pause the video or if you wanna watch the other steps and just rewind back to this, remember, this is such a huge step to get down. So practice, and then we'll move on to this next step, which is one-handed juggling. This is a very important step to the transition for when you do add a 3rd sock into it. So again, we're just working with 2 socks. This one here's what it looks like. We're just doing this, okay? And you can see even I'm a little bit shaky when I do that, but this is an important step to practice. And what I'm doing is I'm starting, here's the waffle one. It's in my fingertips, right? And the pickle one here is in my palm. This is just how you're gonna hold it when you eventually have 3 socks that you're juggling with, okay? So it's gonna look like this, but we're not using this one just yet. We're starting with these 2. Now this is a very important transition because you're gonna throw this one in the air, and as this waffle one is in the air, you're gonna roll this one up to your fingertips. It's gonna be a very natural, smooth transition. And as this comes down, you're then throwing the pickle one up, right? And then you catch the waffle one and get it in position to throw. And the idea is to do this over and over and over again. Let me do a slow motion one, starting with this pickle one. And you'll see that the pickle one's in the air, and the second I release it, I'm already grabbing the waffle one. And as the pickle one's coming down, I'm throwing the waffle one. So here it is one more time. Practice this. So you got 2 big steps to practice. The throw, catch from right to left hand or left to right, however your preference is. You're gonna, look at that. You're gonna practice just like this, and you're gonna drop it just like I did from time to time, and that's okay. Dropping is part of the process here. You should expect to be dropping a lot of socks in this process, all right? So once you have this down, now you're ready to add the 3rd ball. Here we go, 3rd ball, ready to go. 3rd ball again is the Gingerbread Man, so you'll see all 3 of them. I'm gonna start with waffle here at the front of my right hand, my dominant hand fingertips, the pickles back in my palm, and the gingerbread in my left hand. What I would recommend starting with is just using waffle and gingerbread, and keep the pickle one in your palm. Just go back to your throw, and practice catching kind of in your fingertips. Now I have a little bit longer fingers, so this may be an easier step for me than others, but it is worth practicing. That is called a mid-air collision. I don't know if that's what it's called in the juggling world, but I just made that up. So that'll happen too from time to time. But you're gonna practice this transition, and then when you're ready, if you remember, let me slow-mo this one, okay? Because what I'm gonna show you is as the waffle, here, let's do it now. As the waffle's in the air, you'll see that I've transitioned the gingerbread to the front of the right hand, and it's ready to be thrown, so that as the pickle is coming down from the throw on the left hand, I'm now throwing the gingerbread as the pickle sock comes down to my right hand. I know this is a lot to take in, and I know I'm kind of teaching it fast. I've never taught anybody to juggle via the internet before. My thought is you can just rewind and rewatch things. Hopefully I'm being thorough, but I would love to see you eventually get to a point where you're doing things like that. Look at that, I just showed off and I had no need to do that. One other thing I'll tell you is as you're starting, every single person, myself included, every person that I've ever seen learn to juggle has a tendency to throw it out in front of them. So you're gonna look something like this. And you're gonna be chasing socks or balls everywhere. It's going to happen. But the good thing about that, with me warning you, is that you wanna remember to keep the tendency towards you. If anything, try to throw in towards you rather than away from you. Thank you for watching. I hope you do learn to juggle. It's been great coming to you here from the Lodge of Camp Laverne. Okay, we're at the puffer belly now. The puffer belly, by the way, this is where you heat up water. That's a water tank back there. And then the brown thing, you actually would have to start a fire in to heat up water for our showers. So we don't use those anymore, but the puffer bellies are still there. And it's a little bit of camp history, and now you have it easy because you just turn on hot faucet water and you're ready to go. I hope you can learn to juggle, have fun. Thanks for being part of Virtual Camp Laverne. My name's Kevin, I'll see you later, bye.